One of the best motivational speeches ever, and it's from Arnold. I don't know how to say his last name, and I don't want to pronounce it wrong. But let's see, and let's get straight into this. They didn't even got a special guest.
The first rule of success is to have a vision. You see, if you don't have a vision of where you go, and if you don't have a goal where you go, you drift around and you never end up anywhere. I mean, as you know, I was born in 1947 in Austria after the Second World War. So I was very fortunate that I stumbled onto my vision. And I didn't really like Austria when I grew up. I couldn't wait to get out of there. I couldn't see myself becoming a farmer or a worker in a factory or anything like that.
As he shouldn't.
Even though my parents wanted me to stay there and have a normal life. But that was their vision, not mine. My vision was totally different. I felt that I was born for something special, for something unique, for something big. And then one day I went to school. I remember I was 11 years old. And they showed a documentary about America. And there they showed in this documentary the huge skyscrapers, the high rises, the huge...
I'm not gonna lie. America is very, very pretty and beautiful. But it depends what part of America and specifically where, because America got its rough edges too, y'all. You know, it really just depends.
Huge bridges, the 6-lane freeways, and all of this stuff. And I say to myself, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be around here with these little farmhouses and these little buildings. I want to be in America.
I want to be in America.
One day after school, I walked by a store in Graz. So I went inside and I looked around, and then I saw a magazine. I saw a bodybuilding magazine that had Reg Park on the cover. Reg Park was then a 3-time Mr. Universe.
Well, that's what's up.
And I saw him on the big screen as Hercules. I read
As
that and I said
Hercules.
to myself, wow, this is the blueprint for my life. This is exactly what I want to do. I want to become a bodybuilding champion just like Reg Park. I want to get into movies just like Reg Park. And I want to make millions of dollars and be rich and famous just like Reg Park.
That's crazy.
Do you know how great it felt?
Also, if you're messing with the content, don't forget to follow. Means a lot, goes a long way. And of course, follow to turn on post notifications.
That I knew where I was going. Imagine the majority of people don't know where they're going. I knew where I was going. That I'm going to become this bodybuilding champion just like him. So it was just a question of how do you do it? I was so relieved because when you have a goal, when you have a vision, everything becomes easy. So people always ask me, when they saw me in the gym in the pumping iron days, they said, why is it that you're working out so hard?
Oh, look at him go.
5 hours a day, 6 hours a day, and you have always a smile on your face.
Yo, that's how much he was working out? Holy effing moly. Is that even safe? Is that even healthy? Wait, when was he eating, or what was he eating? Because that's crazy. What? Nah, that's crazy.
And I told people all the time, I said, because to me, I'm shooting for a goal.
As you should. Reach for the
Instead
stars.
of Mr. Universe title. So every rep that I do gets me closer to accomplishing that goal, to make this goal, this vision turn into reality. Every single set that I do, every repetition, every weight that I lift will get me a step closer to turn this goal into reality. So I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound squat. I couldn't wait to do another 500-pound bench press. I couldn't wait to do another 2,000 reps of sit-ups. I couldn't wait for the next exercise. At the age of 20, I went to London and I won the Mr. Universe contest as the youngest Mr. Universe ever. And it was because I had a goal.
No, he didn't just have a goal. He made sure that goal was getting used every day. Man said, I literally was counting to get to a universe. Let me see.
So let me tell you something, visualizing your goal and going after it makes it fun. You got to have a purpose no matter what you do in life. You got to have a purpose. 74% hate their job in America.
Wow, that's crazy.
Now, this is not much different when you come to Europe. The majority of people don't like what they're doing because they're really not doing it because they didn't have a goal and they followed this goal. They just aimlessly drift around, and then all of a sudden there's a job opening, so they get that job because you have to work. But then when you work, it's a chore.
Nah, yeah.
It's work.
It's a chore,
it's not
yeah.
fun. So if you think about only a quarter of the people really enjoy what they're doing in life, that is unbelievable if you think about it. So I felt so blessed that
No, he has a point. That's crazy. I just want to put that out. Only a quarter of people really care about and really love what they're doing. That means the majority of the world is miserable. Because you work literally 75% of your time and majority of your life. And then so you're doing stuff that you would hate. So every day you get up to do something you hate. That's why some people really get up mad and already have an attitude. They already know they're about to do something that's BS and they're stuck and they don't know what to do. And because of that, they're just angry. And it makes sense. You broke, don't know what to do, and you probably have a whole bunch of struggle on top of that. But it's okay because if you sit down and try to figure out what you want to do, bro, and really put time into that, it'll work out. Gotta believe, though.
What I was doing. It's like a medical student that studies and knows he wants to become a doctor. You know where to go.
Yeah, he's gonna work hard as fuck.
Also, in politics, I remember that in politics, I had a very clear vision that I will be the leader of California. This is as far as I could go because I was not born in America, so I could not run for president. So being the governor of the fifth largest state, I should say the largest state, the fifth largest economy in the world, was for me really the ultimate.
He went from Mr. Universe to a governor? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Talk about dreams. He's crossing them. He went from to politics? What? Well, congrats to him though. I can't even hate. That's cool as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but how did that even happen?
Ultimate title, the ultimate accomplishment in politics. So even though people came up to me and says, why don't you go?
Yeah, I know. Okay. I wasn't bugging. He is a movie star too, right? Wait, so he's a governor? He's a governor? He's a bodybuilder, and not just any bodybuilder, was the top and the best of the best and the youngest to win his class. And he's a one-in-one movie star. Talk about a person that did it all in a lifetime. Holy moly. And I know he's going crazy with cash. I know that for a fact. Wow, talk about people that went after dreams. Man said, I came from a different country, but I'm going to show y'all what's up. He came with a dream, and he made sure he achieved it. That's crazy.
And run for something smaller, you're never going to make it. I ran for governor, and then 2 months later, I became governor of the state of California.
As he should.
Again, because I had a very clear vision
2 months.
What I'm going to do with California.
He served in the military too? Yo, what this man not do?
So that's rule number one.
Holy moly.
Have a vision. Rule number two is don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen.
This mother trucker lived a long life. Yo, he lived 3 people's lives in one life. Holy moly. Yo. Now, they weren't lying. This speech is mad motivational. I didn't realize he did all that. This man could, literally brag for a lifetime. Oh, my God. He's, probably, the coolest uncle in the world. What the hell? Holy moly.
To the naysayers.
Yo.
Everything I ever did, the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was, that's impossible.
Bro, do you know what you
Can't be
did?
done.
Yeah, because
Oh, no.
do you know what you did? Holy
That is
moly.
exactly what I heard, and of course I proved to the people that it can't be done. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard, it can be done.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, his literally self-belief system is one of the top of the tops. This man believed in himself and like no other. But I'm not gonna lie, he also did stuff like no other. Holy moly.
They said no, I heard yes.
He said, no, I heard
They
yes.
said it's impossible, I heard it is possible.
That's crazy.
I'm a strong believer of what Nelson Mandela said,
As he should.
that everything is always impossible until someone does it.
You know what's crazy? I have that same exact quote sitting in my dorm room. The people that created airplanes, everybody told them that it was impossible for an airplane to fly off the ground. Or I think it was a woman. It was somebody. But either way, I remember that person specifically, everyone around them was just like, no, don't do it. Don't go through with it. You already failed too many times. At this point, you're risking your life. Like, it just doesn't make any sense for why you're doing it. But that person had a dream. They said, we gonna fly, and airplanes are gonna be in the air. Well, obviously they accomplished their dreams because now we got a whole bunch of airplanes and like systems and stuff set up for it. But either way, everybody kept telling them it wasn't gonna work or it wasn't like gonna work at all. And in the end, they made it work, and then that's how airplanes were made. But it was impossible until it was possible. That's why I said. That's why I know for a fact flying cars are gonna be a thing. It just takes time. Like, people just have to have patience. I don't know if it's going to be a thing while I'm alive, but, probably generations down, my people, they'll get it. And they'll be able to afford it, too, because I'm going to have them set right. I'm going to have them set straight.
Well, I'm going to be the one that said to myself, I'm going to do it and I'm going to show it to them. Maybe it has never been done before. That's perfectly fine with me. But I'm going to do it. And I did not listen to the naysayers. It's all about the hard work that you put in. I said to myself, in bodybuilding, I worked out 5-6 hours a day. I'm going to do the same thing now for acting. And of course, I went to college to study English.
That's crazy.
I studied the accent removal, acting classes, and all of this stuff all day long. I worked and I worked and I worked. Period of time, I made one movie called Hercules in New York, which of course went right into the toilet. But it didn't discourage me. I still had the same vision. And then all of a sudden I did Streets of San Francisco. I did Stay Hungry and Pumping Iron.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The Villain. And then all of a sudden I was asked by Dino De Laurentiis and by Universal Studio to star in Conan the Barbarian. And after I did Conan the Barbarian, the director at the press conference said to the press, the director was John Milius, he said to the press, if we wouldn't have had Arnold, we would have had to build one. So think about that. The very body that they said can never be sold because the time is wrong, a few years later, I'm doing Conan the Barbarian, and it was the #1 hit at the box office when it came out.
As he should.
Think about that. And the director says, if we wouldn't have had his body, we would have had to build one.
I know, that's crazy.
So all of a sudden, my body became an asset, not a liability. And the same thing was with Terminator. After we were finished filming Terminator, Jim Cameron said to the press, if Arnold wouldn't have had that accent and talked like a machine, I think the movie wouldn't have worked. So think about that. The body and the accent that they attacked was an asset.
Yeah, as he should.
I didn't listen to those losers. I didn't listen to them at all.
You know what's crazy? That shit must have stuck with him because he's bringing it up now, but that's motivational. He said the stuff people literally hated on before is what got him his biggest stuff now. And that's because he never gave up and kept going. He didn't give a fuck what anybody said. So what, you said that? That's what you think. That has nothing to do with what he thinks. You know why? People can think a whole bunch of stuff, but in actuality, you're only living your life. Only you can decide what you want to do. Literally. You can sit here and listen to all the noise and then make excuses for why you're not doing shit and then be like, oh, but this person said, who cares, bro? What do you believe? Go after what you believe.
This is just the reality of it, is that you cannot listen to the naysayers. So it's a very important lesson for all of you. So when someone says, no, this is a stupid idea, you in your mind, you don't have to say it, but in your mind just say to yourself, you're asshole. You know.
Yo, he's hilarious for that. I did not expect him to swear. That's crazy.